Hello vinyl community and anyone else watching this. I'm back. Never when I say I'm going to. That's just life, isn't it? It sort of gets in the way. But today was record store day and I'm very tired. I had very little sleep. I didn't get up that early, but I didn't go to bed very early either. So I'm very tired. But I wanted to get a video made and out, so here we go. I didn't pick up that much, but I picked up a bit. It wasn't that much I wanted, but there was a couple things I wanted from the last one that I didn't get that I hoped would still be there, and they were. So it's a combination of, well, it's a combination of the whole day. Let's just put it that way, because I always go to a thrift store afterwards. And this is everything. So I hope everybody had a good record store day, found what you wanted if you wanted to participate. If you didn't want to participate, then, you know, good. Hope you had a good day anyway. I think everything I got for record store day is actually on colored vinyl, which, you know, I like colored vinyl, but it's not a must. You know, I'm not like some people and don't like it. I think it's cool. But I don't really like paying more for it, and if there's a choice, there's two sitting next to each other, I'll take the colored vinyl, but other than that, I don't let it influence my decisions all that much. Anyway, this was probably number one on my list, and I got it. It's Joey Molland's latest album, of course, from Badfinger, the last surviving member of Badfinger. And it's his first solo album in like almost 10 years, I think. And it's really good. It came out a while ago on CD, but it's never been out on vinyl until now. Hopefully it does get a regular release, because I think this might have been pretty limited. Anyway, it's called Be True to Yourself. And it's really good. It's produced by, see, I'm so tired I'm not going to think of his name, Mark Hudson. And one of the guys from Jellyfish is on it. He had a lot of help. It's a really good album. And it's on orange vinyl, I believe. So, Joey Molland. Now, the Monkees put out 3 albums, and they're supposed to be fairly rare. Only pressed a couple thousand. My store had 2 of each. I bought the second 2. I skipped number 1, and I bought Missing Links Volume 2. And these are also supposed to be on colored vinyl, although the one video I watched that had one had a colored vinyl sticker on it, and mine doesn't. So who knows? Who really knows? And I'm not going to open it right now. But I didn't get Missing Links Volume 1 because it's been out on vinyl before. 2 and 3 have not, and I already have 1. And these were expensive. These were not cheap records. So because they were so expensive, I skipped Volume 1. If it was cheaper, I would have grabbed that as well. And there's Volume 3, finally out on vinyl for the first time. And great stuff on these, especially 2 and 3. I like 2 and 3 better than 1 anyway. So, pretty happy to get those. They were the next thing on my list. And I only got one more for this record store day. And that is the Crosby, Stills, Nash Young, and of course Dallas Taylor and Greg Reeves, Deja Vu. This is the outtakes. This is an outtakes album. Nothing on the back. It's like the Fleetwood Mac albums that Warner did and a bunch of other ones where it's the album just all done with alternate takes. So it's really cool. It's a very nice package. This actually might not be on colored vinyl. This might be the only one I got that isn't on colored vinyl. But it's very cool, and I'm glad I got it. And, yeah. Now, the other thing I went in wanting was Mayer Hawthorne. He has an album, and I wanted it for just one song, really. But he didn't get it. And he was playing the Bobby Gentry album. And that's good. If you guys get a chance to pick that up, do it. That was an outstanding album. Problem was, I wasn't the only one that was listening to it going, hey, it's an outstanding album. And he only had one, and someone beat me to it. So I didn't get the Bobby Gentry album, but it's really good and I highly recommend it. Next, I got the Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers Angel Dream from the last drop a month ago. And this is basically the She's the One soundtrack, alternate versions. It's an alternate version of that. And this is on blue vinyl, I believe. And this is also available on black vinyl just as a regular release. But it's not really any cheaper or anything. So I held out and hoped he still had this left. And he did. Broad Street Records, by the way, I'll give him a shout out, is the place I go to. And also left over from last record store day, The Creation in stereo. He only got one copy of this in, and nobody bought it because I'm sort of in Hicksville, USA, and I'm probably the only one that knows who The Creation is outside of the man that owns the record store. Excuse me. I suddenly have a little thing in my throat. Anyway, this is a 2-record set on clear vinyl, and it's a lot of stuff not available in stereo before, or at least not easily available, and especially on vinyl. So that's why I passed it up last time, but I just found myself kind of wanting it, so picked it up this time. That's it for record store day stuff, but I knew he had a bunch of these in, and I wanted the colored vinyl on this, so I just waited to go back. Cheap Trick's latest. I've heard this is great. It's In Another World, and band is still going strong, and I've heard that, again, that this is a really good release. It's on blue and white splatter vinyl, which should be very cool, and looking forward to giving this one a spin. And I saw this in his bins and I said, hey, I need this. This is Roy Loney and the Phantom Movers. Roy Loney used to be in, before this, was in the Flamin' Groovies, one of my favorite bands of all time. And they were getting a little poppy for him, I guess, and he wanted to just be more of a rock and roll guy. So he left and formed the Phantom Movers. There's the track list. And I won't get it out. There's the label. If you can see it, I don't know if you can or not, but it's in really nice shape, and everything outside of Record Store Day was 10% off. And the 2 albums I'm going to show you here were both $5, so they were really only $4, $4.50, whatever. Plus he knocked a little off at the end because he always does. And this is pretty cool. Elton John, an album called Lady Samantha. I've never seen this before. The UK import. It's early stuff, but not as early as the last Record Store Day. But it's early Elton John. Great cover on this, by the way. And again, out of the UK. And it's on the DJM label. And it's just very cool. And it's mostly really early stuff, but it's kind of a collection of oddities too, in a way. Like, it has the Ho Ho Ho, the B-side of his Stuff in the Christmas single is on this album. The A-side isn't, which I find very odd, but they stuck the B-side on, and it's all that kind of stuff. Is I can't get this back in the bag. There we go. Yeah, so you've got Rock and Roll Madonna, if you've heard that. Bad Side of the Moon. The original version of Gray Seal is on here. Friends is on here. Skyline Pigeon, Lady Samantha. Cool record, I think. For under $5. Heck yeah, and it's minty. Both of those are. Okay, then as I always do, there's the second thrift store that's left in my area is just down the street from this record store, and I don't go up there very often because it's a little bit of a drive, and it's not the world's greatest thrift store. But I usually do find things when I go there, just because I don't go there that often. So I found a few things, nothing earth-shattering here. The last two are pretty good, but here's a Christmas album I picked up on Tops. Let's All Sing Christmas Favorites. Now the jacket, the whole side is split. I can take the record out of either side. And you know, you look at this and you go, well, why would you buy this? Well, I bought it for one reason and one reason only. If people that know anything about Tops records know that their gimmick was a lot of them came on yellow vinyl. And I just think they're cool. I mean, this is a late 50s or early 60s record pressed on yellow vinyl, yellow translucent vinyl. And it's kind of a rarity for back then. So I pick them up, especially this one's in pretty nice shape, except for the cover. And I don't know, it's cool. Records are 50 cents there. So, and that includes doubles. So I picked it up. Next, I picked this up just because of it. I don't know why I picked this up, but a Prairie Home Companion, the anniversary album. You guys know what the Prairie Home Companion is? It used to be a radio program. It was a series of books before that, but I think it goes back, it might even go back before Garrison Keillor, but he's the main guy behind it. Although his name is barely mentioned here, which is very weird. It is a 2-record set. It's in really nice condition. I'll probably wind up selling it, but I picked it up just because it was there. I thought this was interesting. Dean Martin, I'm Yours, put out by Sears, if you can see that. I always like this stuff. I've got a Al Hurt that TWA Airlines put out. I like this kind of stuff. I think it's fascinating. An interesting mix of songs, including Ain't That a Kick in Your Head is on this. You Can't Love 'Em All, which is a great song. And it truly is on Sears Records, which is just fascinating. I've never seen this. I didn't know it existed. And again, for 50 cents, it's pretty cool, I think. So, I say this a lot, but people say you can't find things at thrift stores. You can, you just have to think outside the box. If you're going in looking for Led Zeppelin or, you know, Aerosmith or Blue Oyster Cult or something, no, you probably can't find records at thrift stores. But if you go in with an open mind, this is, I actually have this album, but this is a weird reissue. Hey Jude, Hey Bing by Bing Crosby. Totally different cover. Still in the shrink. It's on Springboard Records, so it probably sounds terrible. Most things on Springboard Records sound awful. He also covers Those Were the Days on this. And there's the Springboard label. And like I said, I collect Springboard, and this thing is a potato chip. It's, you know, it's Dynaflex times 2. But it's in nice shape, and again, still in shrink, so I grabbed it. Why not? Getting a little better now. Dwayne Eddy, one of his early ones on Jamie. It's not minty, but it's decent. And you know, when I see him on Jamie, I usually pick him up. It's got a real glossy cover. The cover's in decent condition. It's not, again, minty or anything, but it's cool. There's the Jamie label. So again, for 50 cents, I'll pick stuff like this up all day. And this is my second copy of this. This is definitely an upgrade. And the first one I found at a thrift store as well. It's Zager and Evans in the year 2525, which used to be an album that's laughed at, but now is a bit desirable. And I saw that there and I was like, okay, I'll pick that up. Well, this is from like 68 or 69, and it's on the RCA label, so I think this is a reissue. My other one is probably an original, but that's okay. I'll definitely take it, especially, again, it's not minty, but it's in decent condition. It's certainly playable. And last but not least, isn't a record at all, but it's probably the best deal I got from the thrift store. And it is Evita on Laserdisc. And it's 2 Laserdiscs in here. It's the Madonna movie with Antonio Banderas. It's a letterbox Laserdisc. I collect Laserdisc. I watch Laserdiscs. And it's a gatefold. And you're probably saying, well, you know, big deal. And yeah, I guess you're right. Just show you what a Laserdisc looks like in case some people don't know. They look like giant CDs. And they are analog. They're not digital. It is played with a laser, but it doesn't read ones and zeros and ones. It's an analog format. But the coolest thing about this is, you know, as far as they're concerned, this is a record. So this was only 50 cents. So that's the main reason I picked it up, that and I don't have it. But, you know, if they'd had 100 laser discs, I'd have bought them all for 50 cents each. And it's in nice condition. So happy to add it to my collection. And that's it. Hopefully a fairly quick video. I haven't been keeping track of the time. But I hope everybody out there had a great record store day. I hope you're all doing well. I've been joining people's streams now and then, so maybe you'll see me around there, if not in videos. Also, of course, I'm still doing my podcast, snapcracklepop.podomatic.com. Go and check that out, please. I would be very, very grateful. And that's about it. I rarely say it. I'll say it now. Like, subscribe. Okay, that's done. If you want. If you don't, that's cool too. I don't. Not bothered about it like so many other people, you know? Anyway, thanks for watching this. I really appreciate it. I promised JJ, there's a guy out there called JJ's 22 Explosive Hits. Check his channel out. I promised him I would do a K-Tel video. It's coming. I just haven't got it done yet, and I'm too tired to do it right now. Again, thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you soon. Bye.